Hi friend, glad you're here. If you're new, my name is Brittany, and on this channel we talk about all things planning, journaling, organization, and the occasional slice of life. If that interests you, I hope you'll tap that subscribe button and stick around for a while. All right, so today I thought we would set up my health and wellness planner for 2025, and I am excited to get dived into this. This will be my first year having a health and wellness planner. In years past, I put most of this stuff in my everyday carry, but this year I thought, you know what, we'll give it a try. I absolutely loved this mulberry color from Sterling Ink. This is her common planner. It is a full year B6 horizontal layout, and I couldn't pass it up. I had to have this one in my lineup somewhere, so I decided I would make a health and wellness planner for this year separately away from my everyday carry. All right, so first we'll start out with my yearly spreads. And where we're going to begin is on the year at a glance page. So I plan to use this as a cycle tracker, but I also want to track my headaches and migraines because I do tend to get those pretty regularly. And they're oftentimes around my cycle, but I just kind of want to track that a little better and see if I can find a pattern. So that is what I want to do for this page. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put down a dot right there. And that will be for when I am on my period. Turn it this way because I cannot write straight. And then I'm going to put a dot. Actually, let me change out my pen here. Oh, by the way, I am using the Pigma Micron 01, and I'll also be using the 03. I'll use the 03 to do like bigger things, and then some of the smaller writing I'll be using the 01. It just makes my handwriting fit a little better in these boxes to use the smaller one. All right, so if I have a headache, I am going to just put a little dot, and if I have a migraine, I'm going to put an X over the day. And the reason I'm doing this is because a headache I can handle, a migraine puts me out for the day. So the X for that. So, all right. All right, perfect. All right, so over here, I am going to put a header on this page as well. I tend to keep my headers pretty minimal. Nothing too fancy. And then I'll come back in with my Micron and just put the word tracker. Perfect. Okay. All right, so that is the cycle tracker, and I will fill that out as we go on through the year. All right. So this page will be a workout dashboard. So basically it will gather all of my workout ideas for the year. So one of the workouts that I like to do is Yoga with Adrienne. I love Adrienne's channel. Her positivity, her sessions are just wonderful. So I will probably write out Yoga with Adrienne, and I'll write down all the 12 she does like a monthly calendar, so I'll probably write those out and then mark if I do those. I have some other workouts that I follow and things like that. I have a treadmill with iFit on it, so I do different programs, different walking programs and jogging programs. So basically, I would write down, the type of iFit workout that I'm doing and how many sessions there are, and then I would check off as I do that. So basically, this is just kind of like a gathering place of different workout ideas and also kind of tracking when I complete the different workout programs that I do. So there's nothing to set up on this page. All right, and then we go to what is known as the goal breakdown page in Sterling Ink. This I'm actually going to use as a body measurement tracker. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to change these headers to different areas to measure, and then over here on the side, I'm going to write in the months of the year. So give me just a second and I will do that. All right, so first I'm just going to white this out. May have to turn the planner in on itself a little bit. I haven't really broken it in yet, so we'll see how it does with this. My A5 can almost completely fold over on itself, which has come in really handy now that we're hitting the end of the year. But yeah, this B6 hasn't quite hit that point yet. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up at the top the things I want to measure. Let's see. Sometimes those Micron pens do not like to write on whiteout, so I'm going to try my Sarasa Dry. Be a little bit bigger, but I think it should do pretty well on top of the whiteout. The Microns have like a very I'm going to kind of try to show you a very small tip. You can kind of see that, and sometimes they just kind of like to pull it that wide out a little bit. All right, yes, that worked much better. All right, so those are the 7 areas that I want to track this year. All right, I will switch back to my Micron pen now, and I am going to, we're going to have to find something to put underneath that. I do not want to keep flipping that book on itself over and over again. Being a little bit of a pain. We're going to try to make these lines as straight as we can. We're not going to worry too much if they're not completely straight. Do I like that, or do I want to add the lines up at the top too? I think we'll just leave that way. Okay. All right, so you guys tell me, do y'all have a health planner in your lineup? Do y'all keep that information in your everyday carry? Do you track anything? Said health and wellness is usually always one of my yearly goals that I have. So it's always kind of something that I have in my everyday carry. It's kind of been something that I've been doing for a couple of years now. But like I said, this is my first year where I'm going to be pulling it out of my main planner and trying something different by having it in its own one. I've definitely been watching a lot of YouTube videos about health and wellness planners. I love this time of year because obviously everybody's got their new setups and there's lots of content out there with good ideas. Some of the people that I got ideas for this setup were from Danielle from my Dandelion Diaries, and then Little Coco Studio as well. Both of those have really, really good information on their health and wellness setups and just kind of how they track their wellness. So you'll kind of see some inspiration in this video from them. And then also just kind of taking a little bit of what I've kind of done over the years and combined it all. All right, so let me write out the names of the months. And I think what I want to do is use this gray pen again. I'm going to write all of the abbreviations for the months. I'm not going to put their full name. Some of them, like April or March, would fit perfectly, and then you get like to September where it doesn't fit anymore. So we're just going to stick to the 3 letters. And what I love also about the Micron pen is it really takes a lot to smudge it. Note to self, this book behind the planner works really, really well. All right, and then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to do an overlay. I like doing this little script font over a lighter marker. I think it just adds a little something to it. And it is not difficult at all to do. All right, so that is the spread complete. So basically, I'll just come in here every month. I only measure myself once a month, and I will put in the measurements for each of these 7 categories, and that is it. All right, so for this page, I plan to use this page as a workout tracker. So I do 3 main types of workouts usually. Usually there's some form of cardio, some form of strength, and some form of stretching. Usually what those tend to be is walking, again, like strength training of some sort, or yoga. So I have 3 colors of my clean color dot markers, and let's see if I can tell you what color they are. So I have this pretty like reddish pink color, I have a purple color, and then almost like a navy color. So I'm going to be using those 3 to make a key for my workout log. All right, so up at the top, I am going to use the gray clean color dot marker again. Whoops, well, that says work log, not workout log. Okay, so let me see if it's dry enough. I think it is. We can just wipe that out. And instead of writing over it, I will just write next to it. All right, try again. Take 2. I do not like making mistakes in my planner, but it happens. I'm not perfect, so we deal with it. All right. Okay, and then up here at the top, I will put in my little symbols. Actually use that. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. Cardio. And then strength. I love this color so much. Does anyone else struggle when you don't have a line to write on? Keeping it straight. All right, and then 3rd will be yoga. Perfect. I love that. So again, each day I will come in and I will put a dot next to the day that I do a particular workout. There is enough space if I happen to do all 3 of these in one day, which probably would not happen, but I might do 2 in a day. Oftentimes I'll do like a walk in the morning and then I might do a yoga session in the evening, or I might do some strength training and then finish up with a little bit of cardio, but I don't usually do all 3 in one day. But I would just basically come here to June 12th and I would put a dot here with the color of workout that I did. So I think this page hopefully will look beautiful, it will look colorful, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. All right, so this is going to be kind of like a dashboard for my quarter. So basically over here, I will kind of write my priorities for the quarter, my weight goal for that particular quarter, what I hope to reach, and then I'll have a weight goal hopefully for each month, and as well as like a workout plan. So I will come back over to this page right here, which again, I haven't set up yet. I'll set it up later. That will have like all the different kind of workouts that I like to do, that I can do, that I'm interested in trying. And then I'll basically put those down for each month and basically plan my workout for the month. And then over on this side, what I plan to do is I plan to use some of these daily affirmation emojis from the Coffee Monsters Co. Because again, this is not only just a health planner, but it's also a wellness planner. And I want to include some emotional wellness in this. So I'm going to be using these up here at the top. And then each day I will track my steps as well as my weight. And then down here at the bottom, I have a smartwatch, and it will tell me my body percentages, like muscle mass, fat percentage, things like that. So I intend to record that down here at the first of each month. So that is what we're going to set up for this spread. All right, so I think I'm going to start with the emojis. And for January, I think I'm going to start with I am capable. Just kind of playing around with this to see what I thought. I like I am capable for January because it's kind of the start of the year. Usually I'm always gung-ho about working out. You're usually very motivated in January, so I'm going to do that. And then February, I think I will do I am loved. All right, and then March. Let's do I am growing. And again, these are from the Coffee Monsters Co. Her daily affirmation emojis. All right, and then for these 3 columns here, I'm just going to draw a line down the middle. I may have to turn my planner like that. All right, so again, I will do my weight on one side and my steps on the other. Usually I put the weight on the left-hand side because I do that first thing in the morning, and then at the end of the day, I write down the number of steps I had. All right, so let's put this back underneath here. All right, and then down here at the bottom, again, I'm going to use the data from my smartwatch, the first of every month, to write down the different statistics. So, does the muscle, fat, body fat percentage, water, BMR, and BMI. And again, I don't obsess over these numbers at all because obviously your health is a total picture of everything, but I do like to just kind of keep track of them. And I do just want to say, as a disclaimer, I am not a health professional. You should not be taking any health guidance or anything like that. And certainly always consult your doctor before you do any kind of workout or any kind of health plan or anything like that. And certainly this is just here for entertainment purposes. And I'm just showing you what I am doing. All right, so that out of the way, write this down. I did this last year as well. And I liked, again, seeing just kind of how the graph filled out, kind of seeing how things relate to others. I did not have this spread last year, so I am really interested to kind of compare this workout log to kind of see how it affects things over here. All right, now for this side, I think what I am going to do is I am going to decorate it just a little bit. And I have these sheets also from the Coffee Monster Co. They are the 2025 large monthly kit, and I have one for each month of the year. So trying to decide what I want to do without taking up too much space. Let's take this bottom left-hand corner. Got my tweezers right here. We're going to see if we can line this up with this spread. Perfect. All right, and I think I'm going to use the same one from each kit. So I think I'm going to use this bottom right-hand corner off this one as well. Goodness gracious. All right. Perfect. And then we'll do March as well. So this is my first year using Helen's kits. I have watched Helen for many months now. Actually, I don't know how long that I've followed her on YouTube, but I had never purchased anything from her. That's just a little crooked. I don't know if it will come up. I see people try to pull up stickers all the time. Sometimes with success, sometimes not. Let's see. Look at that, much better. All right, so that just kind of gives just a little bit of color to the spread. All right, so that is quarter one done. I do believe I'm going to set these up as the quarters come along. So at the end of quarter one, I'll set up quarter two and just kind of work my way through the planner that way. So after the quarterly sections, there is the monthly section. I intend to use this as a gratitude log, basically kind of just one thing a day that I'm thankful for. Again, keeping in mind with the health and wellness stuff. And I started this in December because one thing that I have found when I'm working on my goals is to not wait to start everything on January 1st. If I can get one thing going on December 1st and then 2 weeks later start another habit, then on January 1st, I'm not trying to put all these new requirements and stresses on myself. If I can just kind of slowly add them in to my regular routine, then it doesn't feel such a big deal on January 1st. That stress of the new year, oh my goodness, I have to accomplish everything I want to from day one. And then of course you burn yourself out. So one of my hacks that I have found is don't wait till January 1st just to do everything. All right. So what I'm going to do is set up January for my gratitude log. And again, I'm going to be using the large monthly kits for this. And I think I am going to use this guy right here. No. Do I want to do that? How does this guy fit? No, he doesn't. Okay, yes, let's use this one right here. All right. All right, so we're going to put that down there. And then we'll flip over to February. So, like I said, fun fact, kind of my first try at stickers. I do not usually do stickers in my planners. So, giving this a shot. Ooh, first one up. Let's see. Do we mind that that's there? I don't really think I do. I think I still want it here. Okay. Kind of one of those people that kind of likes to do the same thing every month. So I think I'm just going to put all of those down there. All right, so that is January, February, and March. I'm trying to decide if I want to use anything else from this. Let's see, what else do we have? I plan to use some of these in my other planner, probably my everyday carry, because I really won't be like planning anything out in here. Again, other than like workouts and just kind of tracking some healthy habits and things like that. This really won't be like a planner. It's more, again, like a journal, a log. But I still want this to kind of look cute. So I'm trying to decide. I kind of like this little emoji right here. And I'm wondering if he would look cute like in this corner with like maybe this. Let me see. Yeah, I think let's do it. Let's use this little top corner right here. And let's put it over here. So we have February. Beautiful little flower. Beautiful. And then March is actually just a little grid, but it's still pretty. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. All right, so that is January, February, and March, I think, set up. Again, I think I want to go to the back and set up some more of those pages, and then once I do that, I'll know if I want to add these cute little emojis up here or if I want to put them on the back page back there. All right, so this is the weekly spread. Again, the Sterling Ink Common Planner for the horizontal layout has kind of like the Hobonichi Weeks layout, where you have on the left-hand side, you have a spot for each day of the week. And then on the right-hand side, you have some basically a notes page that has just grid on it. What I do like about Sterling Ink versus Hobonichi is that there is grid on the left-hand side, whereas there is not in the Hobonichi Weeks. And which was one of the reasons why I've kind of stuck with the Sterling Ink Common Planner instead of sticking with Hobonichi. All right, so I don't think I'm going to set up any of this now. You can see in a previous video, I actually put on the tabs, but I will wait to set this up until we get closer to the start of January. All right, but that is what the weekly layouts look like, and they will be a dashboard for me. So basically, they will include the weather, which I think is really interesting to track for how it affects my mood and my productivity. I'll be tracking highs and lows in here. I have done highs and lows before, actually, in a Bible study group, and kind of had forgotten about it. And then when I saw Erin from Planning Life with Erin, she does this. She does it in one of her planners. I think next year she's going to move it to a different planner. But I definitely wanted to include that in this because, again, what happens during your day, your high and your low, can certainly affect your mood. And then I intend to track maybe breakfast, lunches, and dinners in here. I'm going to give that a shot for a week or two. If I don't like doing it, it's going to come out of it. So, and then on this side, I'm going to have some trackers I've penciled in. I don't know if it's even picking up on camera. But I've basically penciled in some ideas of what I want to do with this spread. But again, I'm not going to set this up now. I'm going to wait till we get closer to January. All right, so then that takes us back here to the back. All right, and I think we're getting far enough along in the book where we're not going to need that planner so much anymore. All right, sorry while I kind of break my book in a little bit. All right, so for this, again, I'm using the large monthly kit, and I'm going to use this big guy right here. I'm going to have to scoot the planner toward me because I'm not going to be able to see whether this is straight or not. All right, I am going to line it up, I think, over here. Let's see how this does. Oops, you're going a little crooked. Don't do it. Oh my goodness, I love this Tomoe River paper, but I tell you what. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be just a little crooked. Okay. Did that bother this side too much? No. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me grab my eraser. I always have to go pencil and everything. So make sure I have everything sectioned out how I want. All right, and I'm thinking about putting this just a hair right of center. Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay, now here's the kicker. Do we want to use the little emoji here? I think he looks so cute. I really think he looks cute there. I kind of want to stick him down. Let me flip back over here to my monthly real quick. I just think he looks so cute. Okay. He looks cute there too. Oh, I do like that. What do we want to do? All right, I think I'm going to do it here. I think we're just going to commit. All right. And then we can add, let's see, do we want to add anything else? We can put him a little in. And then highlighter. And then his little palette. That's a little close to that, isn't it? I'll put it right there. Okay, I think that looks cute. And then down here at the bottom, I think I want to just put like an inspirational quote. So I'm going to go online and look up some quotes. And I think that's what I'm going to do there. All right, so that is January. And then we're going to skip this spread for now. And then we're going to go set up the same page for February. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? That's what we're going to tell ourselves. Right, and then this little emoji hiding under a lamp. How cute is that? I swear. Put it that way. Then let's see, how do we want this? Like that. One on this side of February. One, do maybe wonder if I can get that up. Let's maybe put this one straight this time. Perfect. Straighter. We'll go with straighter. All right, and then this little guy we'll put right here. All right. Do I like that? I think I may straighten him out. Okay, yes, I like that now. Okay, perfect. All right, and then this is going to be my graph page again, and then the header page for March. All right. March. Yeah, we're going to go with straight-ish again. And then March. Going to be a little bit more centered because it's a shorter title of the month. All right, let's see. So for this, I think I want the tulip and put it first. I think I want it right here. Moody guy. I like the thought of him like looking at this little bunny. And then we'll put his little picnic basket up here. All right, so again, I'm not so much worried about this blank space down here at the bottom because I do want to put a quote down there. Gather up all my sticker sheets. All right, so this is my January dashboard page, and then I am going to flip into what will be my monthly wellness tracker. So again, back here in the back, these are just blank notes pages if you've not ever had a Sterling Ink Common Planner. I know most people have seen them, but if you're not familiar with it, basically after you get done with the yearly, the monthly, and the weekly spreads, it is basically just a bunch of notes pages. So I am basically using these back here as, again, like a dashboard, keeping track of how my health is doing, and that is what I'll use this graph page for. And then here on the back is a monthly review page where I'll basically see what worked, what didn't work, and then what do I want to change for the next month. And then that will, you know, obviously go month to month. So that is what I'm doing a lot of these first pages for. And I will end up setting this up as an index on this side just to kind of keep track of what's on what pages, because after we pass all of the monthly pages, there will be some weekly reflections that I want to do, and then as well as some other tracking pages and stuff. And then whatever I don't use for tracking will just be for notes, for journaling. Like if I have a doctor's appointment visit, I want to put that in here. If I read a good book on health and wellness or just productivity, that sort of thing, and I want to put the book notes in here, I'll do that. And like I said, basically just my thoughts. If I have anything that I want to write down, remember, I will put them back here in the back. And just for reference, there are 367 notes pages back here. So definitely lots of space to put things. I certainly don't intend to use them all. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I don't see myself using 367 pages for this. All right, so let's go ahead though and set up the month of January back here, just so you can kind of see what that is going to look like. And then I will actually end up I'm probably drawing out February and March with you guys as well. That way those are set up for those months. I will be using the colors from, again, the Coffee Monster Co., her monthly colors. I'm using the yellow, it's Tombow 991, and it matches very well, with the large monthly kits that she has, but it also goes really well with her Hobonichi Cousin monthly kit, which I'll be using in my everyday carry. So this is kind of the color that I'll be using with that. And so I want to use this color in here as well, A, to cut down on how many markers I have to carry, but B, because it'll go really well with all of this. So I think I'll be using this color in here. I was just thinking if I wanted to use any other colors. I know though that I'll definitely be using this. So let's start with this. All right, so I know that I'm going to have to turn my planner because I cannot write with the book straight like that. All right, so I'm going to call this the wellness log. All right, and just like I've done before, I'm going to go with the lighter marker color first, and then I'm going to write over it in that small script font. All right, and then I'm going to turn my planner around so I can start ruling out my lines. I am going to erase what I have down here at the bottom. I wasn't sure at first if I was going to put like the scale or the key or whatever you want to call it down here at the bottom, but I think I just want to put the names down here at the bottom, and then I will put like the little measurements or whatever I'm tracking up at the top because there's more space up there. All right, and again, I'm going to just kind of turn that to the side. So for down here, I'm not going to write in that normal font. I am just going to highlight underneath. And I'm going to highlight the entire width of the column, even though the word may or may not take up that much space. All right, and I'm actually going to use my Sarasa Dry again for this because I have a lot of control with this pen. I think we should be fine writing on this one. So a lot of what I'm going to be tracking in this section right here is actually also going to be tracked on my weekly spread. But what I wanted to do was have kind of like a dashboard where I could see everything all at once. So to see like if I do these certain habits, is it affecting my mood or is it affecting my sleep? So yeah, I kind of wanted a place where I could see it all. It's a little far over, but that's okay. And what do we want to call this one? It's technically my workouts, but workouts is not going to fit there. It's almost like steps need to be there and workouts needed to be here. All right, let's see. I could bring that on out to the end, I guess. I don't think that would look too bad. Still don't think workouts is going to be perfect in there, but it'll look better. Give that just a second to dry. And I'll kind of go over what I'm going to do in each category. So the first category is sleep, anxiety, mood, water, habits, which habits are not related to food. And then I have a section for food, and that is habits that are related to food. And then my steps for the day. And then over here, I'm going to have the workout that I do. And it will be, again, in the categories of cardio, strength, and yoga. Oh, it's rough writing over here again. Woo, okay, I fit it in there. All right, so now I am going to use the smaller Micron pen again and put my numbers down the side and then fill this stuff out up top. All right, perfect. So yes, like I said, basically this will be a dashboard for me. So all this information is being tracked somewhere in this planner, or maybe some of the other habits that aren't necessarily like health and wellness are in my everyday carry. But I just kind of wanted to see it all here. Like, how is it overall affecting my health? I do not have weight on this. I do have a small weight loss goal that I would like to achieve this year, but my overall focus is going to be doing things to increase my wellness, and then hopefully the weight will come with it. If it doesn't, that's fine. I just want to improve my health this year. So now I am going to write the other side. Actually, no, I'm going to hold it this way first. The moods that I'm going to be tracking are excited, happy, productive, content, down, sad, and angry. And obviously there's little nuances with those. Obviously you can be productive and excited at the same time. That's fine. If I'm both that day, I will mark both. The difference between down and sad, down is more like when you're lazy, when you're just not feeling like getting up and getting out of bed, or maybe just not feeling yourself. Versus sad is like obviously like emotionally sad. All right, and then water, all the way from 1 glass to 8 glasses. Right. And then so the habits that I want to track this month to see how they affect my wellness is doing my daily devotional, journaling, doing one of Helen's prompts every day, meditate, which obviously I know that like yoga and meditation are two different things, but oftentimes if I do yoga, I will mark down that I've meditated because I find that to be very relaxing to the mind. And oftentimes yoga with Adrienne will include like a little small time for mindfulness or something like that. So if I felt like the yoga session was geared toward mindfulness and meditation, then I will mark meditation as well. And then whether I did a hobby that I enjoy, and whether I spent time outside. Now, obviously, like walking to my car doesn't count. I want 10 or 15 minutes of actually just sitting outside in the sun or just, getting fresh air. So that is what that is tracking. And then for my food habits, I take a daily vitamin every day. I want to track whether I had caffeine or not. I think sometimes my headaches can be related to whether or not I've had caffeine. Sugar, now this is not like if I had something with sugar in it. This is if I had some kind of dessert or something sweet. So like having a hot chocolate, I would definitely consider to be sugar. But if I have something with peanut butter in it, obviously, peanut butter contains sugar, but I don't consider that to be having sugar. Then if I had a fruit that day, if I had a veggie that day, and if I had fast food. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that on the camera, but there is this bird, a really loud bird outside right now. I do not know what's going on. But yes, right, back to the spread, whether or not I had fast food. And oftentimes, if I have fast food, I'm probably going to have caffeine because usually we get a combo and it comes with a drink. But yeah, I just want to track how much I have fast food. All right, and then this next section is my steps. I was going to do it in increments of 2,000, but I think I'm going to try 1,000 this month and see. And then for workouts, again, be the same thing you've seen several times now. Cardio, strength, and yoga. Obviously, there are a ton of other different kinds of workouts that you could do, especially as far as like yoga. You could also include like Pilates. You could include like some kind of HIIT workout or something like that. But these are things that I actually enjoy doing. I really enjoy walking on my treadmill, like I said, and I really do enjoy yoga. And if I don't enjoy a workout, I'm not going to do it. So that is why I have picked those. You know, it just hit me that I did all this in denim erasing. This is a great test of the Micron pen on the Tomoe River paper because most pens would smudge if you dared like touch it or, you know, run your hand across it, much less like what I'm doing right here and actually erasing the pencil marks behind my words. Right, sorry, I got to get some of the pencil shavings off my work area. All right, so that is that tracker, and then we'll set up my monthly review. All right, perfect. And while I wouldn't necessarily trust like erasing after I've written with the Sarasa dry on the Tomoe River paper, the Sarasa dry is extremely good. Me just touching my pages or slightly running my hand over it after it's had a second to dry, I don't really get any smudging or smearing with it. Again, I haven't tested erasing something after I've written with this, but definitely the Microns obviously passed that test for sure. So if you're looking for something that you can do a little bit more bullet journaling, maybe the Micron pen may be your way to go. All right, and I think that's all I'm going to do for this setup. I think I will wait till I've had a chance to do some tracking in February just to see, you know, am I happy with the habits that I'm tracking? I'm thinking especially these two categories here. Probably the other ones will stay the same throughout the months. But definitely I could change my mind on what habits may be impacting, if I add anything to them, if I take anything away. But yeah, I think we'll start with these habits. And again, you'll kind of see these habits pop up again in my weekly spreads when I set those up in a later video. So after these pages here, and I have some penciled in for the rest of the year, we are going to go to my weekly review. So again, the last page of this is going to be the monthly review, and then I'm going to have weekly reviews all set up together in one section of the planner. And I like to use these Midori index clips to just mark my spot of what week of the year that I'm on. So we're going to set up a dashboard page right here. I am going to erase this first. It's going to take me forever to get all these pencil shavings off my desk. And again, I'm doing it in this gray color. I'm going to go back in with my Sarasa dry pen and write weekly review. So basically what I do is I put 2 weeks on a spread. So I basically just have the dividing line there. And so I will do like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, so forth and so on. So I'm only actually going to set up the weeks that are in January because again, just like we did with the monthly health overview and the monthly review, I'm going to be using the color of the month. So since I only have January's colors pulled right now, I'm going to set up January's weeks so y'all can kind of see what that looks like. So for my purposes, I'm actually going to consider that there are 5 weeks in January, with the first week obviously starting in the end of December. I did this this year, still doing it, but again, it was in an A5. I just found when I was doing the weekly reviews, on the monthly reviews, I could almost fill up an entire A5 page, but the weekly reviews, that was different. It was definitely hard every single week to fill up an entire, well, I guess half of an A5 page, because again, I did the same thing that I'm doing here. I did split them down the middle. So yeah, I think this will actually be a better use of space doing it in the B6. I have not set up my mom planner yet, which is kind of like my home and household planner, kind of almost like a collections bullet journal. But I'm using a common planner for that as well. So I've got some weekly and monthly spreads in there as well. But in that, I intend to do a spread solely dedicated to tracking the colors that Helen has. Oh, that's why it didn't fit, because I did weekly instead of week. Great. Yeah, let's wipe that out. And I think it's important to do reviews and reflections. I mean, you know, we set goals at the beginning of the year, maybe monthly or even weekly. But if we don't track how well we followed those goals, or just kind of seeing, like, how are they making us feel? Do I still want to keep pursuing this goal? Do I want to change it to something else? How did I do this week? Was I productive? Did I accomplish what I wanted to? Was there a reason why I didn't accomplish what I wanted to? You know, was somebody sick? Was I just not in a good headspace that week? Or did I crush everything and I need to be pushing myself a little bit more? So I think that's really what these monthly and the weekly reviews are for, just to keep us on track, keep us accountable. So I really like doing them. So on my planner journey, obviously I've been in several different kinds of planners before, as probably most of us have. And one of the types of planners that I've been in was the Moxie Life system. And I really do like Sierra's goal setting system. I still occasionally from time to time will go back and look at some of her setup pages, but I started my review process very much in a similar vein of how she does hers. I believe she has wins, and then she has what worked, what didn't work, lessons learned, and adjustments maybe. I do something very similar. I have my wins. I have what I want more of. I have what I want less of. And then lessons. So basically I took adjustments and said, what do I want to do more of and what I want to do less of? Because I found when I did what worked and what didn't work, I was kind of saying, like, basically what I was going to do in my adjustments category. So I would say, like, oh, I want to work out more. And then down in adjustments, I'd be like, do more workouts. So I just kind of think that this just works a little bit better for my brain. But if you are looking for a good goal setting system, Moxie Life is a great one to try. I've also tried Power Sheets, which has a little bit more of a front end setup, or at least it did when I was doing it. I haven't had them for a couple of years now, but that might be another one to try if you're looking for a goal planning system. But both of those are very good goal setting systems. So again, each week after I get done with my week, I will come in here and just evaluate how the week went, what I need to do more of and less of to benefit my health and wellness. And I do kind of use it for all goals as well. All right, so those are my weekly reviews. So you can definitely see the difference actually with the Sarasa Dry and the Micron. I was actually looking at that because I had used the Micron first, but I usually, as I'm setting up, I always have my Sarasa Dry with me, but I was noticing you can actually see more ghosting of that on this side of the page where, let me see if it's picking it up on camera. maybe a little bit, where I use the Sarasa Dry versus where I use the Micron, nowhere near as much ghosting. So that is interesting. All right, and then the last spread that we're going to set up is actually going to be my weight loss tracker. Oh, I flipped right to it. And we'll have another one of the Midori clips that will mark this page. All right, so first I will start out by labeling it what it is. And yeah, I think I'm going to stick to my Micron pen, just like the difference in the ghosting. I like this better. I used them all the time when I was in a bullet journal, and I love to see that they work so well here. And I'm turning my planner because, you know, I have to do that. So basically what this will do is my weight will be on this side, and then the date that I'm tracking my weight will be down here on the bottom. And I'll just come and put a dot for every date that I want to check my weight loss progress and see how it's going. My goal is only to lose 10 pounds this year, so not a huge goal. But again, I'm very close to my goal weight. I am happy with my weight as it is, but just kind of want to see again if I can get a little healthier. So again, not a health professional for sure. What I'm going to do for this year is I'm actually going to track it every 10 days, my weight. So I'll track it on the 10th, the 20th, and the 30th of every month. Of course, except for February, that has to be a pain and doesn't have 30 days. Like, seriously? I was watching a video by Joshi Kurin, and she was talking about how she plans her life in like these cycles, kind of similar to like the 12-week year kind of thing. And but in there she was talking about how all the months have different number of days in them. I definitely agree. Like, can we not have months that were all the exact same number of days? It would make my little planner heart happy, because it is kind of a struggle when you're trying to set goals and you're like, okay, like how many weeks do I have in this month? Oh, the month ends on a Wednesday, so I won't be able to do my Friday workout during this month. It's going to have to wait till next month, and so I won't get to track it on, is this month's workout. I don't know. It's just, I don't know if I can explain it. Go look at that video, and she explains it much better than I do. All right, perfect. And then that will be a place for me to track my weight loss. I will, again, be flipping the planner like this to be able to fill it in. And hopefully there will be a downward slope. Again, weight loss is definitely not linear. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. All right. And then after that, it'll just be notes and things like that. Or if I think of other collections that I want to keep in here, I certainly may add those. But that is all that I have. All right, friend, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. And until next time, take care.